Hi everyone, so for discussion 4 on the scenario of Michael, if I was the AD, I would use the rational model that we learned on chapter 2. And of course, the first thing that we got to do is identify the real problem, which is that Michael is homeless and he is always bouncing from shelter to shelter. 2 would be to identify the decision object. And that is to come, as an athletic director, I have to come out with a plan or resources to help the student athlete and his family. 3 is to gather all the information. So I will gather all information possible as I can. Then I will set up a meeting between the principal, the counselor, the coach, and myself as the AD. And we would go through step 4, which is to identify the hurdles. We would discuss, what would be some of the hurdles that we are looking at if we were to provide this student athlete with certain resources, or if we were to fundraise certain money, how can it affect not only the athletic department but as a whole, as a school and the student. So that I would discuss that with our principal, our counselor, and myself and the coach. As well as in that meeting, we would also discuss brainstorming some of the alternatives. What type of resources can we use to help the student athlete? For instance, within my research, I was able to find that we could help the student, fundraise money with, whether it's as the athletic department, or if we did it as a whole school, we could do, fundraising money, clothing, food, certain stuff that we could provide the student with, as well as his family. Providing free meals throughout the year for the student, contacting CPS to see if they could receive some sort of type of help by providing that housing. And 2 programs that I found that were really good were Upward Bond and Tassel Turn. Tassel Turn is a very good one that I looked into. They provide a mentor for them that is always step by step with them following towards their graduation so that they could attend college, and they're always involved in their education. So I think that was a very good one. So yeah, type of resources that we would look into as the AD, the principal, the counselor, and the coach. Those are the kind of options that we would look into within the meeting, as well as we would discuss the pros and cons. How could it affect the school, the student, and of course the cons will be that it could affect student physically and mentally. The pros is to try to get the best help and fundraise the most money, clothing as we can to get him in a best situation and get him out the situation that he's in, so that he could continue with his education, not only as an athlete, but gather all the resources that we can so that he could continue with his education as well. And I think finally we would come into the final 2 steps, which is to make the decision and evaluate the decision. And that's when I would bring into my meeting, gather another meeting between the principal, the counselor, the coach, and myself, the athlete, and his family, and discuss, the type of resources that we can offer them and how we can fundraise that type of money for them and help them out. So I think that's how I would take it if I was the AD using the rational model. And below my video, I will provide the type of resources that I was able to find throughout my research. And I hope y'all enjoyed my video. Thank you.